Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners. The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence. From roof repairs to installations, Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. The throw home from left field. Kicks away. Take about Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gantz pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win. The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom. a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma. The Sonoma Stompers are grateful to have Bank of Marin as a returning sponsor. Bank of Marin's philosophy is banking built on trust and relationships. Bank of Marin's creative and customized solutions safely and confidently support your growth and success now and into the future. Whether you're a sole proprietor forging ahead with your first company or the CEO of a well-established corporation, Bank of Marin's local bankers will work side by side with you to help you reach your financial goals. Bank of Marin, the official financial institution of the Sonoma Stompers. Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners. In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. The Sonoma Stompers pregame show is on the air. Kieran Costa and Nate Martin have you covered up until first pitch here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. Get all the insights and analysis for tonight's contest and hear from Stompers manager Zach Pace on the Stomper Report. Your coverage of Stompers baseball starts right now.
Stompers look to get back above 500 here on the 2026 summer. The third game of the homestand and the final one against the Legends on the week. Sonoma, a big victory last night, 11-7. But today, a new day with Ethan Rowland on the mound for the Stomps. And Nate, 7-7, not maybe exactly where the Stompers wanted to be 14 games in, but nice to be back at 500 at the very least.
Yeah, and it's a benchmark to say, look, we're not going to go back below 500 for the rest of the season. This is the Stompers team that you're starting to see some improvements, and the lineup's looking a lot better. The pitching has stepped up a lot this week. It's been some of the biggest improvement that I've seen. Last night, the issue was the defense, though. 7 errors. You're not going to win many ball games, if any ball games, if you have another night like that.
Yeah, the Stompers' offense finally picking up the pitching again. Sonoma's given up 7 runs the last 2 games. Both of those have been wins, though, and that's all that matters. Speaking of wins, Sonoma got it done last night despite those 7 errors. Nate Martin takes you through the highlights.
The first of 2 between the Stompers and Legends began with Menlo taking the lead. That wouldn't last long with this Sonoma lineup.
The carousel starts. Stompers run from every base. Europero lines it into left center field, a base hit. 1 run scores Garcia. 2 runs scores Sebastiani. A late stop sign for Taylor. It's a 2 RBI single from Misael Europero. We're all knotted up at 2.
8 of the 9 spots in the order at least reached once last night, including a multi-hit day from Nick Sebastiani.
1-1 pitch to Nick Sebastiani. That one's lined toward short and through into center. 2-hit day for Nick Seb, and Sonoma doubling up Menlo Park. The score's 4-2.
And Sonoma would lead by as many as 4 midway through the game, but that lead would quickly become erased by Menlo Park.
Marquez comes home, hit right up the middle and through, right past the outstretched arms of Europero. 1 run scores, and the Legends take the lead on a 2-run single. 7-6 in the top of the 6.
But in the same inning, the Legends took the lead. The Stompers got it right back thanks to some poor pitching.
He takes that one inside, and the runners score on the wild pitch from Adam Morris. Menlo Parks gives up the lead, gives up the tie. It's 8-7 Sonoma.
From there, it was all Sonoma as the Stompers stacked up more runs in the 6th and the 7th, including an Angel Garcia RBI off of former college teammates.
Pitch lined into center field. It's down for a base hit. The throw in is cut off. RBI single, Angel Garcia. His 2nd hit of the ball game. RBI number 7 on the year. Scoring is Vassell. The third base goes Bonfili. 2 home in the frame. It's 11-7.
And despite 7 Sonoma errors, the Stompers took the ball game thanks to 16 free passes issued by Legends pitching.
Ginto delivers. It's a broken back ground ball. Dev takes it himself. The Stompers pull out of the dugout. Back-to-back victories for the Stomps. Sonoma wins it by the score of 11-7. Ugly game on both sides. A nice victory for the Stompers. A big reason for that, Nate. Connor Johnston, 2 hits, and Nick Sebastiani, 2 hits. Those guys coming through nicely over the last 2 games, and hopefully it can be something for Sebastiani coming around at the plate.
Yeah, and being rewarded with that solid performance last night by being put into the DH spot today. He's looked really solid against Legends pitching. Had a 2-hit day the first time these 2 squads faced off, including that 1 home run he's hit on the summer. So he's clearly feeling it against this team. Hopefully that can translate to success against some other CCL sides, because if you can get Nick Sebastiani producing, that's going to make a whole lot of headache for Zach Pace in terms of who plays when. You added Wesley Bass to the outfield this week, who you're expecting to be a pretty much an everyday guy. So it would be a good problem to have if Sebastiani can start producing.
You say Wesley Bass, he's made an instant impact on the bases. 6 stolen bases and just 3 starts for Bassi. Definitely adds a level of athleticism that I think this team needed, Nate.
Yeah, and not only on the base paths, but defensively and left. He's been Taylor's established himself as the center fielder. A lot of the reason for that is based on his defense. Wesley Bass made some really impressive plays out in the left. Last night, there was 1 drop that you would like to have back if you're Bass, but his range and the amount of ground that he can cover makes up for that. As long as he's squeezing the balls out there and not dropping them, he should be fine.
I asked Zach Pace in today's Stomper Report a lot about Wesley Bass, and then another one about the struggles at the bottom of the lineup for Sonoma. Welcome to the Stomper Report. Sonoma tries to go for 3 wins in a row. I'm Kieran Costa here with Stompers manager Zach Pace. And an ugly win last night, Zach, 11-7. One thing that jumped out on the positive side is the base running. I think you guys didn't match your stolen base total from the first 11 games, but you were easily the most aggressive we've seen you on the base paths. You guys haven't been caught stealing twice in a game until last night, but you also don't have 6 stolen bases in a game until last night. Are you happy with that trade-off, and are you guys looking to be more aggressive on the paths going forward?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And I feel like we took advantage of the right opportunities. We did a good job. And it's pretty much a mathematical equation, you know, the pitcher's time to the plate and how quick the catcher is to second base. So, you know, I think our guys took advantage of those opportunities and, you know, stole a lot of bags that were well needed. And those 90 feet are huge, you know, it makes a big difference, and stay out of double plays and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm really happy with the way our guys are running the bases. Wesley Bass, the new addition to the team, is a big reason for all that base running. What does he bring to the squad sort of athleticism-wise? Yeah, I mean, he's a great athlete. He really runs, and to be able to utilize that is huge, you know. And, yeah, no, it's really fun to watch. And, you know, he's still young and still has a lot to learn, but there's some stuff there that's some big-time tools. It's pretty good, and it's fun to watch and watch him grow. The bottom third of your order today, Nick Sebastiani, Anthony Shepler, and Bryson Ayala are hitting a combined 163 this season. What kind of production do you have to see out of those 3 to flip the lineup back to the top? Yeah, I just need our quality at bats out of them, you know. I feel like they're all kind of trending up. I've been happy with their batting practice, and, you know, so I feel confident with those guys, and I feel like the sample size isn't huge yet, you know, to where it's really making a difference, you know. So I feel confident with them. I feel like they're all trending up, and they're all, you know, working their tails off every day to get better. What do you guys have to do to clean up the 6 errors last night? I feel like I said yesterday, I think it was a little bit of bad luck, and, you know, I feel like we played good defense all year for the most part, and I feel like we'll get back on track today. I'm not too worried about it. You know, there's a couple outliers, I feel like, yesterday, and I feel like we'll play some good defense today and hopefully, you know, help us win a ball game. Trent Keys is your cleanup hitter tonight. 2 nights ago, he'd been on base in every game until his start 2 nights ago, and we saw some real visible frustration from him after his final at-bat.
it's a long season. He's a guy looking for a 4-year opportunity to keep his baseball career going. Can you just sort of talk about the mental side of baseball a little bit? It's still summer ball, but it's still a mental grind.
Yeah, it's a grind. I mean, you're out here every day trying to perform, and you're not going to feel great every day. And there's going to be some tough days. It's going to be a grind, and it's just about trying to stick to that routine every day and bring a good effort. And I felt like it was a good time to give Keys a day off and get him to kind of regroup. And hopefully he goes out there today, has a great game, and that rest day pays off for him.
Anything you did personally in your career or a coach told you during your time playing to try and snap you out maybe when the mental side isn't catching up to the physical side?
I don't know. Just do something different. That's how I've always felt. If you're doing the same thing and getting the same results, that's not good. So hopefully, people just change things up during those times and try a different approach, and that usually works.
Last one for your 0 for 2 picking a guy to get a hit. You don't have the lineup in front of you, but who do you have today?
Well, today, let's go with Connor Johnston.
2 hits last time out. Thanks,
Yep.
Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks to skipper Zach Pace for taking the time, as always. And today, when the pitching side, he's going with an opener of sorts. Ethan Rowland gets the ball for the first couple innings before he gives way to Justin Jones. Nate, last one for you here on the pregame show. How do you think Jones will do in a reliever role? Maybe take a little bit of the pressure off, trying to lengthen him out.
Yeah, Jones, repeat guy with the Stompers, and he was really solid for the team last year, pitching off to a slow start this year. So hopefully he can continue getting back on that good track, find that form from last season. And Roland, another guy who you're expecting to get some good innings out of, has had a slow start to the year as well, but produced at a pretty high level with Eastern Michigan. So it really so much depends on how you start the game, how these guys get going for the Stompers, and then we'll see how everything else goes.
Ethan Rowland will take the mound and try and get the Stompers to 8-7, back above 500 on the other side. Thanks for joining us on the Stompers pregame show. Lineups and first pitch next on the Saturday edition of CCL Baseball on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network.
Thanks for tuning in to the Stompers pregame show. First pitch is on the way here on the Stompers Broadcast Network.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority, and Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams. Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners. Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma. Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pre.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority, and Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams.
Cresco Rents. What you need, when you need it. And we show you how to use it. It's simple. You choose it, you use it. We have the right tool for every job. Never buy it, never store it. When you need it, just rent it.
I'm Chris Smith, president of Cresco. If you need it, Cresco's got it.
All over the Bay Area and online at CrescoRent.com.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. They'll throw home from left field. Kicks away. Take a bow, Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win. The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
The lines are painted. The lineups are in. The field is raked and the cleats are laced. Your Sonoma Stompers are just about ready to take the field. Now, straight to the voice of the Stompers, here's Kieran Costa.
Just about ready to rock on a Saturday night in Sonoma. Welcome to Arnold Field. I'm Kieran Costa, joined alongside by my broadcast partner, Nate Martin. The Stompers and the Legends go at it for the 5th time this season. They've split the first 4. The Stompers trying to take a lead in the season series and to get back above 500, and they send Ethan Rowland out to the mound to do it. A 6'5", 195-pound righty from Lafayette, California, has been around the block. The 22-year-old Acalanes High School to De Anza College to St. Peter's to finally Eastern Michigan. In 2026 with the Eagles, he pitched 9 games, amassing just 8.1 innings, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and he struck out 5. He's making his 3rd appearance for the Stomps. Both of those were out of the bullpen, 3 earned runs in 3.2 innings. He pitched against these same Legends on June the 13th, allowed 1 earned run in 3 innings pitched, and he'll face this lineup as announced by Menlo Park second-year headman Nick Sanziri. The center fielder Aaron Lewis leads off, followed by the third baseman Michael Aikawa and the designated hitter Ethan Jackson. The left fielder Joey D'Amelio cleans it up. The second baseman Paul Wagner hits 5th, and the first baseman Casey Levitt McGee hits 6th. In the 7th position is the right fielder Nate Bateman. The shortstop Tyler O'Toole hits 8th, and the catcher Nick Madrigal rounds out the 9 as Mason Hanshaw heads down the first baseline. He'll coach there. Steph Valdez coaches 3rd, ejected in last night's ballgame. Ethan Rowland ready on the mound. Aaron Lewis, a left-handed hitter who played last year at Portland, gets set to dig in from the left side, sporting the Legends' alternate black uniforms with green trim around, Legends across the front. Rowland is ready. The home plate umpire Blake Dempsey says play. The first pitch of the ball game comes in as a called ball at 6:15 p.m. Pacific time. A beautiful 72 degrees here in the North Bay. 1-0 pitch from Rowland. Comes home. Outside, and it's 2-0. Justin Jones could be the bulk guy today for Sonoma if the pitching plan holds Ethan Rowland in a pseudo-opener role, if you will. He's behind Aaron Lewis 2-0. Aaron hitting just .294 on the season, but he's yet to pick up an extra base hit. Rowland's fastball misses low at 88 miles an hour. The knock on Ethan has been the command. As walk numbers, 12 walks in 8.1 innings for the Eagles. He walked 2 in 3 innings against Menlo Park a week ago. 3-0 dials it up to 89. It's 3-1.
That one was a little low, kind of a get me over pitch, one that Blake Dempsey wouldn't have given maybe if it was a 3-0 count.
Outside ball 4. The first base run of the ball game, a leadoff walk for the visiting Legends. Aaron Lewis is aboard. He'll say hi to Trent Keys, the first baseman today. Misael Urapero at second. Bryson Iola at shortstop. Anthony Shepler at third. Wesley Bass in left. Chase Taylor in center. Connor Johnston in right. And Gage McCown, the battery mate of Ethan Rowland. Rowland delivers home. Low again. The misses have been down below the zone, which is where you want the misses to be, but in an ideal world, you're not missing at all. Michael Aikawa 0 for 2 last night, but he did reach on an error and score a run. Part of Nick Sanzeri's 6th inning hockey substitution, 9 on, 9 off. Runner bluffs, doesn't go. Aikawa grounds it back up the middle. Bryson Iola can't pick it up, now does, and his turn to first base is late. So it's a fielder's choice. Out at second base is Lewis. Replacing him at first base is Aikawa. The fielder's choice goes 6 unassisted. Could have been 2.
Stompers defense had 7 errors last night. Very easily could have been 1 in the second batter of the ball game, but luckily Ayala got to the bag before Lewis did.
Looked like a tailor-made 2-ball.
Yeah.
A check on first base, diving back safely is Aikawa. Ethan Jackson is 4 for 12 with 2 home runs in 6 games played for Menlo Park. A very powerful right-handed hitter. Takes outside for a ball. It's 1-0. For Ethan Rowland, he's been around the block a little bit, as I mentioned earlier. He's from Lafayette, California, but stops all across the country since then. Runner goes, the pitch, swing and a miss. McCown's throw to second is on target and in time. Stompers catchers continue to get guys on the bases. Michael Aikawa disagreed, but heads back to the dugout. So the base runner erased. McCown picks up his shortstop Ayala on the miscue, and Rowland now a pitch away from getting out of it. The 22-year-old comes set and fires home. Big breaking ball drops in. It's 1-2. Rowland started as a community college guy at De Anza here in California, then went to St. Peter's in eastern Michigan. No stranger to the snowblower. He's played in a couple cold climates, comes back to California, and he misses low and outside. The count's 2-2. Cutter from Ethan. Hey, Nate, we think Syracuse is cold. I think 2 stops in the winter. Maybe even a little tougher than that.
Jersey City doesn't have anything on Central New York.
Eastern Michigan might. Sporting the bright green glove of the Eagles, the 2-2 pitch struck him out swinging. Got him on a curveball. First strikeout for Rowland, and with a little help from the caught stealing, 1-2-3. Go the Legends in the first. Nothing across for Menlo Park with Sonoma coming up in the bottom half.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma. In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence. From roof repairs to installations, Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Vinny Braga gets the ball for the Menlo Park Legends, a 6'2", 210-pound righty from Palo Alto's, thrown his last 2 years at Santa Clara. But 20-year-old junior for the Santa Clara baseball team had 16 appearances, totaling 19 and a third innings. He pitched to a 4.66 ERA, 13 strikeouts to just 6 walks. For Menlo Park in 2026, 4 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. All 3 of those earned runs, Nate, were in 1 inning against the Blues. He shut down the Stompers in his only start. June 13th, 3 innings pitched. The Stompers had just 1 base runner, a Trent Keys walk.
That was mainly the fastball that was doing it for him. Was finding the play pretty well. The Stompers hitters couldn't really read it. Second time seeing him now today. You hope they can adjust to it and attack early.
Braga's first pitch is in there for a called strike. To Chase Taylor, the leadoff man. Misael Europero hits second and plays second. The left fielder Wesley Bass third. Trent Keys cleans it up at first base. Then it goes McCown, Johnston, Sebastiani, Shepler, and Ayala. As Taylor bounces it to first, and a bad hop kicks into right field. Taylor's a hard turn, but is going to hold there with a single. A bad hop ate up Levitt McGee, and it kicked down the right field line, but the Legends weren't positioned to make that play even if it went into his glove. Braga was late coming off the mound. The second baseman today is Wagner. He was late cutting over, and Levitt McGee backed up on the ball. I think if it was a race to the bag, Taylor would have beat him.
Yeah, one of the speedier guys on the team. If you're Braga, you really have to cover first base there to even make a chance of getting the out.
Europero, another lefty, takes up high. The count's 1-0.
And that's already an improvement for Sonoma against Braga. Couldn't get a hit against him in 3 innings.
Took just 1 hitter and a bad hop. Taylor aboard. Has stolen 3 bases on the year, not running here as Misael Europero fouls it back.
But sometimes that's all you need to kind of kickstart something going here against Taylor. It's just a bad bounce, and then you can get some solid contact, hopefully.
Europero 1 for 4, a couple of walks yesterday. The pitch is hit in the air to center field, not deep. Cutting over is Lewis, and in left center field, he's going to make a two-handed catch. Europero can't move the runner, and now Wesley Bass will try. In 3 starts for Sonoma, he's 3 for 13, 2 RBI, 2 walks. 5 strikeouts, but he has stolen 6 bases. Just have to get him on, and then he's going to be all over the paths, causing issues for the Menlo Park battery, which is Braga and Madrigal. A check on first, where Levitt McGee doesn't apply a tag. Wagner at second, O'Toole at short, Aikawa at third. D'Amelio, Lewis, and Bateman go left to right in the outfield. Wind blowing out to center field, 435 feet. Bass takes fastball inside corner. Nice pitch, top of his own. The count's 0-1. Taylor picked up his 12th hit. He's on first. Bass hits this one high to left. Coming on is D'Amelio, a long run, but he makes the play. So 2 fly balls after a leadoff single, and Trent Keys will come to the plate, trying to restart an on-base streak. He reached base in the first 11 CCL contests of the season, did not get aboard in Thursday's win over the Seagulls, had the off day yesterday. He's in the cleanup spot today, first time we've seen Trent in the 4-hole. Left-handed hitter, Taylor doesn't run, and Keys pops it up. Shallow left, it's going to stay on the infield, actually, and it's Aikawa who makes the catch. So Braga induces 3 fly ball pop-ups to end the first. We head to the second, scoreless ball game.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
Joey D'Amelio, Paul Wagner, and Casey Levitt McGee. Those are the three to hit against Ethan Rowland, who gave up a walk, got a ground ball, a caught stealing, and a strikeout in the first. The pitch. Finds a whole lot of the plate. It's 0-1. That's the cutter. Cutter on the fastball, the two pitches we've seen the most here through 13 pitches. Rowland's offer, caught on and missed. It's a cutter again. This one just a little bit further off the corner. D'Amelio, a half-hearted effort, came up empty, looking for just his second hit of the season. 0.53, the average, the on base at 143. The pitch. Low and outside on a two-seam fastball. Gage McCown tried to fool the home plate umpire Blake Dempsey. He was having none of it. Kyle Prager is at first base, and Kurt Parker is at third. Rowland's 0-2. Curveball skips in 2-2. D'Amelio from West Valley College. In the portal, played at Pepperdine as well. 293 for the Vikings last season. Shared the field with Andrew Bonfili. 2-2 pitch. Bounced foul. Right past Paul Wagner, who's in the on-deck circle.
In this at-bat, Rowland has had a lot more success with the cutter. Got a swing and miss on one. Went to it back there that D'Amelio just got a piece of. I think that's the pitch he should be trying to attack with here on the 2-2.
2-2 pitch. Hit hard and fair down the first base line. That one bounces into the corner. Over to get it is Johnson. He's going to throw into the cutoff man. It's a double for Joey D'Amelio, the first man in scoring position, a leadoff double in the second.
Second baseman number 6, Paul Wagner.
Nice piece of hitting by Joey D'Amelio. Shoot one the opposite way. We'll see if Paul Wagner tries to get a bunt down, maybe to move the runner over. Wagner just 1 for 10, 4 Ks. That one walk, though, or that one hit, though, was a triple. Not squaring to bunt early. We'll see if Sanziri has him hit away. Played under Sanziri at Aloni, and he takes a called strike. outside edge. There's the cutter again.
D'Amelio got the double there, only a second hit of the summer. There are a lot of guys in this order for Menlo Park only have 1 or 2 hits. Only 2 have more than 4 on the season, and they've both already been up.
Wagner, another of those guys with 1 hit. He hits this one to right. Johnston makes the catch on a line drive. It was a hard hit baseball off the bat of Wagner right to Johnston.
Now batting, our beer batter of the game, first baseman number 7, Casey Levitt McGee.
Now Casey Levitt McGee, a California Collegiate League veteran, digs in. 3rd team in as many summers. Even stance, left-handed hitter, sporting the green bat. Four-seam fastball off the corner away to McGee. That green bat, I think, is from Laney College, where he played 2 years. And then last season was at Cal State Bakersfield, where he just got 5 at-bats. And then after that, we'll see where he plays in the fall. Portal guy for Nick Sanziri. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Out of the glove of McCown. It's going to roll up the third base line. Passed ball against the Stomper backstop, and now the first run of the ball game is at third with just 1 out.
Got to be making squeeze on that if you're McCown. Hold on to the baseball, otherwise stuff like that can happen.
McCown set up on the inner third of the plate, and that pitch just kept on running away. He tried to make a backhand play across his body, and it kicked in and out of the webbing. So the runner gets to third on the pass ball. Stomper infield in. The pitch is hit to Keys. He knocks it down and goes to the bag. A nifty play at first base from Trent Keys to keep this a scoreless ball game.
And we haven't seen Keys at first base much this year, but when he's been there, he's looked really solid defensively.
90 miles an hour off the bat. 1 hop to Trent Keys, who went down to a knee to make sure he played it off the body. He scooped it up in that big first baseman's glove and was 2 steps away from the bag. The infield heads back for Nate Bateman, who checks his swing. The appeal to first, no swing on a slider. The lack of an appeal on a check swing was what got Steph Valdez ejected from the ballgame in yesterday's 9th inning. Dempsey appealed this time, and the first base umpire said no swing. This one's bounced to Ayala at shortstop. Gobbles it up, fires to first, and gets him. A couple nice plays by the infield. Strands a legend runner at third. No runs on 1 hit and a man left. To the bottom of the 2nd inning we go in a scoreless ball game.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Hey,
Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
Stompers aim to strike first in this one. Gage McCown, Connor Johnston, and Nick Sebastiani are due up against Vinny Braga. We went 3 innings a week ago against the Stompers, didn't allow a hit, and he struck out 4. In the first inning, he gave up a hit and didn't strike out anyway, but Chase Taylor was stranded at first. McCown 4 for 18, one of the 4 catchers in the rotation for Zach Pace. First pitch fastball, a called strike. Cal State University Northridge is where McCown, the two-way guy, plays his ball, a catcher, and he's also a late-inning reliever for the Matadors. 0-1 to him. Is served into left center field, sinking fast. D'Amelio's not going to get it. It's going to two-hop all the way to the warning track, finally picked up by the center fielder Lewis. But McCown easily into second base with a stand-up double. His second 2-bagger of the season, leads off the second.
Yeah, it's a great start to the inning for Sonoma. You saw the leadoff man for the Legends get on via double. They couldn't score him. Now it's a chance for you to bring home the first run of the ball game. Take advantage of this.
With the runner on second and nobody out, the Legends didn't bunt. We'll see what Connor Johnson does. He tries to lay one down, and he offered at it. Couldn't drop it down. It's 0-1. It's a good pitch to bunt, a changeup down in the zone, even a little below it. If you get down to that ball, you can deaden it up the third base line. He squares to bunt again, pulls it back this time. It eats up the catcher, Madrigal. It's to the backstop. Pass ball charged to the Legends catcher, and now at third base is Gage McCown with nobody out. Second pass ball of the game. Gage was charged with one this inning, eerily similar to the top half.
Lead off
double and then a pass ball to third. Stompers have to get the run home, though. 1-1 pitch to Connor Johnston. Swinging away, he bounces it to third. Gloved by Aikawa, who throws across the diamond. McCown can't advance. Aikawa was playing right on the lip of the infield grass, so he fielded out, looked back McCown. Out is Johnston, who did his job. He hit a ground ball in the infield, but perfectly placed was Aikawa. It's up to Nick Sebastiani to drive the run home.
I mean, that's what the coaching staff has been teaching hitters to do the last couple days. It wasn't the worst thing to do from Johnston.
Sebastiani takes low outside, 1-0. Nick in the 7th position in the lineup today, up to 6 RBI on the season. He went 2 for 4 with a walk yesterday. He fouls this one back to the screen. Dave Hoke, the third base coach for Sonoma, talking to Gage McCown, the first base coach, Jacoby Heyer. 1-1 to Sebastiani. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on a cutter in the dirt. No action in the bullpen for Sonoma. I think they're going to let Ethan Rowland go as long as he can. 1-2 pitch to Sebastiani. Low outside again. Nothing on the inner third to Sebastiani and nothing up. He chased one cutter down the way. He took that one. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two offer. Outside. Found 91 on the gun there. It just missed off the corner. The count runs full at 3-2.
We've seen a pitch like that get called a strike countless times in the CCL. Good location from Braga.
Payoff pitch. Sebastiani bounces it one through the right side. RBI for Nick Sebastiani. He's starting to come around at the plate. 7th ribby of the season. Sonoma strikes first. Ground ball with eyes. Just shot it through the gap between the first and second baseman. Third hit in the last 9 innings. The Stompers only hit 8 times last night.
That's exactly why you do the ground ball hitting routine in batting practice.
Because those, it doesn't matter if it gets to a fielder or it gets through, you get a run. Shepler swings first pitch and hits it a mile high in the air. Back behind home plate. 2 legends come together. It's the first baseman, Casey Levitt McGee, who collides with Nick Madrigal. And Levitt McGee still down on the ground. Scary moment between Levitt McGee and Madrigal, who collided right in front of the Stomper dugout, and the first baseman, Levitt McGee, still on the ground, getting helped up by Nick Sanziri. Zach Pays and the athletic trainer, Ali Slisson, out there. Levitt McGee seems to be okay, and the ball came out of the glove of Levitt McGee as he hit the ground, and so Shepler, a new lease on life. Got a pitch to handle. Cutter in the zone. Shepler loves to swing first pitch, hit this one straight up in the air. A miscommunication from Menlo Park allows him to dig back in with an 0-1 instead of heading back to the dugout.
More importantly, I'm glad Levitt McGee's okay.
That one's going to eat up Madrigal again. Walking to second base is Sebastiani. Second pass ball charged against Menlo Park this inning. Runner in scoring position. Less than 2 outs. Let's see what Anthony Shepler can do, hunting that first stake of the season. 1 for 14, Shepler's numbers. Got the start on Thursday against San Francisco and 0 for 3 with a walk. He waits just outside the lefty batter's box as it's Nick Madrigal and Vinny Braga have a meeting at the mound, but Madrigal back behind the plate ready to go. A ball and a strike with 1 out. 1-0 Stompers in the second. Shepler takes a called strike, 1-2. He's going to ask Blake Dempsey, does it go any lower than that? Shepler played his college ball at both Ohio State and San Jose State. Powerful lefty with an open stance. Bounces this one just foul down the first base line. Shepler almost snuck that one inside the first base bag. Instead, he'll face another 1-2 from Braga. Shepler takes, it's 2-2, low inside with the fastball. Shepler struck out 9 times in 14 at-bats. He's worked just 1 walk, and that was in the 8th inning against San Francisco, part of an 8th inning rally. 2-2 to Shepler, popped up. This one's going to stay in fair territory left side of the infield. It's Michael Aikawa who makes the catch. Shepler retired, and Bryson Ayala, a 9-hitter, tries to keep the inning alive.
Shortstop number 51, Bryson Ayala.
Ayala, another guy struggling a little bit at the plate. 162 average. 262 on-base percentage. A triple and a home run sprinkled into those 6 hits for the shortstop who plays his college ball at Tulane. First pitch had a little bit of movement on the cutter. Fooled Ayala. It's 0-1.
Now we're starting to see a bit more competition at short. Ayala played Tuesday, Thursday. Duramalar Wednesday, Friday.
One of those guys trying to win the captain of the infield job. And neither one has done it yet, as that is another cutter that misses. Sebastiani leads from second. The pitch to Ayala right over the plate, but low. A beautiful take from Bryson. The count's 2-1. Pitch outside and low. And Bryson Ayala in a hitter's count. It's 3-1. McCown doubled to lead off the inning. Scored on a Nick Sebastiani single, who's now at second. 3-1 pitch to the 9-hitter Ayala. High ball 4. Flips the lineup to Chase Taylor. 2 on, 2 out.
I think it's been a bit of both in terms of improvement between the legends, between the Stompers the first time they faced Braga versus the second time. Braga's not locating as well as he was that first appearance, but I also think the Stompers are being a lot more patient in these at-bats.
Braga walked just 1 over 3 innings, and that was his first walk allowed here. Pitch is a called strike to Chase. Heater top of the zone. First on person, Nick Sebastiani, 3 hitters ago to take the first pitch. And he takes another one. He's behind 0-2. It's a very nice cutter that comes back to the outside corner to a lefty. Right on left, Santa Clara Bronco against Yukon Husky. The pitcher has the advantage, 0-2. Taylor hits this one to second. Gobbled up by Wagner, the short toss to first in time. 4-3 the putout, but the Stompers get a run on 2 hits and 2 left. We head to the 3rd inning of play. Sonoma 1, Menlo Park nothing. You're watching Stompers Baseball on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. They'll throw home from left and kicks away. Take about Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gantz pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win. The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
Tyler O'Toole, Nick Madrigal, and then flip it to Aaron Lewis. Ethan Rowland's been given a 3rd inning of work. Very nice through 2. He's walked 1 and given up a double, hasn't allowed a run to score. It's taken Rowland just 25 pitches to get through 2 innings. He faces Tyler O'Toole, who pitched in last night's ball game, 1 2/3 shutout innings. Today he is the shortstop. He plays at Fresno Community College, City College, beg your pardon. He had 265 there, 5 doubles, 2 home runs. O'Toole 5'9", 175 pounds in the righty batter's box. Rowland pitches, drops the first pitch in there for a called strike 1. That's the cutter. Fastball can tick up to 88, 89. He also has a hook. 3-pitch mix for Rowland. The 0-1 offers away 1-1.
Rowland and Braga, pretty similar mixes, primarily fastball guys, but then go to the cutter, the first pitch. Isn't the fastball the swing and miss on? And I'd say Rowland's been the more solid of the 2 today in terms of finding the zone.
Rowland's 1-1, outside and low, 2-1. The 22-year-old playing for his 2nd summer ball team, played in the Northwoods in 2024. He's behind in the count, 2-1 to Tyler O'Toole. The pitch is hit to the right side and through into right. Leadoff man aboard for the 3rd consecutive inning for the visiting Menlo Park Legends, who trail it 1-0. Lewis was erased on a fielder's choice, and then the double by Joey D'Amelia to start the 2nd was stranded at 3rd. Nick Madrigal, the 9-hitter who played last year at Cabrillo, will come up. Nick Madrigal shares the name with utility man, longtime White Sox. Also played for the Cubs as he swings and hits it foul. This Nick Madrigal, the CCL Nick Madrigal, is 0 for 3 this season with 2 strikeouts, but coming off a year at Cabrera where he had 340 with 9 extra base hits and a 429 on base percentage. Off first is O'Toole, has some wheels, he runs a great jump. The pitch hits Madrigal, first and second, nobody out. Curveball slipped. Madrigal aboard. The Legends threatening right away to tie this ball game.
Very similar to last night, where no matter how much distance the Stompers seem to gain, the Legends are always right there and kind of can crawl back into games almost at will.
Legends 2-9, both wins over the Stompers. It was Saturday and Sunday of last weekend. They'll play again next Friday, I believe, back here at Arnold Field. Got to come out tomorrow, Sunday. Stompers won't be home until Friday after that. Pitch to Lewis is outside. He walked in the first. Changeup from Roland.
Back at Balin's as well on Thursday to take on the Legends.
One-oh pitch. Called strike. It's that cutter. He's trying to backdoor it to these left-handed hitters. One. Outside, 2-1. In on the grass at first is Keys. Ayala towering over the runner O'Toole at second. Takes his lead. 2-1 pitch on the way to the left-handed hitting Lewis. He bounces this one. That's also going to sneak through. Connor Johnston will throw home. Not in time. RBI single for Aaron Lewis. His third RBI of the season, ties the ball game at 1. To second base goes Madrigal. Didn't advance to third on the throw. Tie ball game. Stompers yet again unable to blow open a lead in the early going. Roland working from the stretch as he does on every pitch. Squaring to bunt and pulling it back to take a called strike 1 is Michael Aikawa.
It's a good pitch at the top of the zone. I wonder what Aikawa saw there to not lay down the bunt to pull it back.
Really tough pitch to bunt. You don't want to really bunt anything at the top of the zone. Even the upper third, it's really hard to get on top of that ball. You're just going to pop it right up. Keys crashing from first. Aikawa swings away and bounces it to the shortstop hole. Ayala, nice turn to second. Europero is all the out they'll get at second base. Ayala was shading up the middle on the double steal. He ranged to the shortstop hole and got an out on the play. Fielder's choice. Lewis is out. Madrigal to third. And Aikawa aboard. That one goes fielder's choice 6-4. Double play ball could get Roland out of it in a tie game. Just about anything else would score the go-ahead run for Menlo Park. Pick back to first base. Not in time. I think they're going to give Ethan Roland this third inning. No action in the bullpen for Sonoma so far. A couple singles and a hit by pitch in this third have yielded a run for Menlo Park. Gage McCown just made an outstanding stop to keep the runner Madrigal at third. Taking second base is Aikawa. Waiting for an official ruling on that. I think it should go as a stolen base. He was running on the pitch, first and third play. This one's bounced foul up the first baseline, 1-1. Jackson getting a lot of D1 looks this summer. Looking for a four-year opportunity. You're currently playing at Monterey Peninsula College.
Certainly has looked the part in some aspects of the game. 4 for 12 this summer, 4 for 13 now with 2 home runs.
He hit .320. That's at Monterey Peninsula. He tries to drive in a couple runners. Second and third, one out. The pitch to Jackson's bounce foul. Third base side, this time 1-2. Stompers infield that was in on the grass in a tie game in the second, now playing back with runners at second and third and just one out. Maybe you don't want to hedge to give up 2 runs if a ball gets through a drawn in infield. You'll trade 1 run for an out, but you won't trade 2 runs to get the guy at home. 1-2 pitch from Rowland. Struck him out swinging again. Ethan Jackson gone a swinging for the second time today. The only 2 punch outs for Rowland and a much needed second out for Sonoma.
Much needed. I mean, we were talking about the infield playing back to try. You give up a run to get the out, but why not just do it yourself if you're Ethan Rowland? Beautiful job generating the swing and miss.
Now has to get an out any way he can to keep this ball game tied. The right-hander D'Amelio doubled in his first trip. He takes a called strike 1. D1 bounce back, Pepperdine to West Valley College. Another guy looking for a new home. 6 of the 9 guys in this order don't have a place to play come the fall. D'Amelio grounds this one to shortstop. Ayala slings it across the diamond to get him. And the side is retired. Rowland in and out of trouble, but the Legends tie the game. 1 run on 2 hits and 2 left. The bottom of the third is next. 1-1 on the Stompers Broadcast Network.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard.
Cresco Rents. What you need, when you need it. And we show you how to use it. It's simple. You choose it, you use it. We have the right tool for every job. Never buy it, never store it. When you need it, just rent it.
I'm Chris Smith, president of Cresco. If you need it, Cresco's got it.
All over the Bay Area and online at CrescoRent.com.
Stompers try and grab the lead right back. A lone run for Sonoma in the bottom of the second was answered by the Legends in the top of this third. Misael Europero, Wesley Bass, and Trent Keys, 2, 3, and 4. Go to work against Vinny Braga, starting his 3rd inning of work. And why not? The pitch count just 33, and 23 of those 33 in the zone.
We only saw Braga go 3 innings against the Stompers, primarily a reliever at Santa Clara. As the game goes on, and while granted it's only been 30-something pitches, you got to wonder if the Stompers can start getting to him as the stamina starts to get tested a little bit.
Going his second time through here, everyone should look a little bit more comfortable than they did in the first trip. Europero flew out in that chance. He will start this one ahead in the count 1-0. Misael, born in Caracas, Venezuela, moved to Miami, Florida, where he played high school baseball with his cousin Angel Garcia at True North Academy, and he bounces this one foul. An off day for Angel. Europero becoming just about an everyday guy. He sports a .220 average and a .439 on base. And he's good. He's always good for a nice at bat. 14 walks and 14 strikeouts. He pops this one foul and out of play. He'll have to do it from behind Vinny Braga. The count's 1-2. 1 for 4 last night for Misael with a couple of walks. The pitch to him is up, and the count's 2-2. Slightly open stance, bat pointed towards the heavens. Europero chops this one to third. Gloved by Aikawa. He throws to first just late. Ooh, in time, says the first base umpire. Europero is flying up the line. A bang-bang play goes the way of the defense. One down.
That one was very close, Karen. Kyle Prager called it pretty quickly. Saw something that we didn't. He has a good angle of it. Of course, at first, better than a lot of people in the grandstand do, but I don't know, I think there is a call for it.
Chorus of groans from the crowd, but out is Europero, and into the box is Wesley Bass with 1 out and nobody aboard. Nice play by Aikawa to stick with that ball. Bass, a big swing and a miss, 1-1.
And what I liked about Aikawa, he kind of waited it for him to come to him. He didn't know if it was going to bounce off the grass or the infield because that's two wildly different hops. That was the only way he could play it, and he had to fire it in.
1-1 called strike, inside corner, 1-2.
He had to fire it in time to be able to get the play against a speedy Europero.
1-2 to Bass. Struck him out swinging. That's just the first strikeout for Vinny Braga.
Now batting out of Delta College, first baseman number 3, Trent
Stompers have gone down quietly. Trent Keys, the cleanup hitter, who entered play .325 average and trying to bust out of a little slump. The lefty takes a called strike 1. Changeup over the inner third.
He talks a lot about Keys' approach. And a big reason why you've kind of gone into the slump is because he's swinging at a lot of first pitches.
He takes that one low, and the count's 1-1. Kicked up right to Zach Pace, the Stomper manager. A nifty play on that ball. Unsurprising, a former Gold Glove center fielder. 1-1 pitch to Keys. That one's lined towards the middle, but right to the glove of Tyler O'Toole, the shortstop. The inning is over. Stompers go 1-2-3, and we head to the fourth, moving quickly in a 1-1 ball game.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority, and Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams.
Welcome back to Arnold Field for the top of the 4th. The Stompers turned to a new arm in relief of Ethan Rowland, who went 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run that was earned, a walk, a hit by pitch, and 2 strikeouts. They go to Justin Jones, who's usually a starting pitcher, but has struggled to start the year. Has, through 5 innings, an ERA of 10.8, 3 strikeouts, gave up 7 hits and 3 innings against the Seagulls, 3 hits against the Legends in his last start. Facing Wagner, Levitt McGee, and Bateman. 5, 6, and 7 to the plate here for Menlo Park. Jones, the righty, kicks and fires. First pitch that finds the plate, 0-1. The 5'10", 180-pound right-hander out of Walnut Creek, California. Spent the last year with Delta. 16 appearances, 11 of those starts. Bouncer over to shorts. Ayala fires across the infield in time for the first out of the 4th inning and the first out of Justin Jones' outing, 6-3 to Wagner. Brings up Casey Levitt McGee. Hit a hard hit ball straight into the glove of Trent Keys over at first, who took it over to the base himself to record the 3 unassisted. Levitt McGee's first time facing Jones this evening. Pitch over the plate, 0-1. 87-mile-an-hour fastball there from the righty. Jones comes home. On the outer half, called a ball. Levitt McGee, 1 for 16 this year. 10 of his 16 at-bats have ended in a strikeout. He's this evening's beer batter. Finds himself in an even count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bounces that one foul down the third base line, 1-2. Got hung up on an 80-mile-an-hour pitch right over the plate. Jones in search of his first strikeout of the night. Can he get it on a 1-2 to Levitt McGee? Not on that pitch. High and away, ball 2. Jones this summer, 3 strikeouts through 5 innings. Hasn't been getting it done as much with the K. Mainly been using his defense a lot for help to get outs. Jones delivers high again, ball 3. Same spot except a little bit higher and a little bit more outside. Payoff pitch to the power-hitting lefty. Jones delivers. Outside again, ball 4. The first base runner of the inning, Levitt McGee heads over to first with 1 out. It's Nate Bateman now to the plate. Grounded out to short to end the second. First time up. Sizable Saturday night crowd here at Arnold Field. Hoping to witness The Stompers get back over 500 with a winning record. Legends hoping to say something about that. Bateman takes that one for a called strike. Right at the top of the zone, 88 miles an hour on the fastball. Good location from Jones. Jones is 0-1. Finds the plate again, 0-2. Fastball on the outer half. Old Bateman looking. He struck out 4 times this year already. Check back over at first. Not in time. Levitt McGee just kind of sidestepped back in to the bag. Jones's 2-strike offering, taken high for a ball. Bateman feels like a big out. The next 4 Legends up reached the last time they came to the plate. The 1-2 bounced foul. We'll do it again. Jones, the second-year Stomper. And the 1-2 count, 1 down. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jones gets his first strikeout of a night. Brings up Tyler O'Toole with 2 down in the inning.
Now batting, third baseman number 3, Tyler O'Toole.
O'Toole, his second time to the plate, hit a leadoff single in the third and is the Legends' only run. Trying to keep this inning going and trying to take the lead. Takes that one high and in for a ball. That was O'Toole's 4th hit of the season. He's now 4 for 23 with 10 strikeouts. Been more effective as a pitcher this year. Maybe starting to find a groove with the bat, though. 1-0 looked at for a called strike. 79-mile-an-hour curveball taken in the inner half of the plate. Counts even at 1. The pitch. Breaking ball again, too high. Levitt McGee takes his lead over at first. Keys holds on to him there. The 2-1 comes home and swing and a miss. Strike 2. McCown couldn't handle that one, but crucially got the swing and a miss. Jones is a strike away from getting out of the inning. Jones fires. Take it inside. Full count here to Tyler O'Toole with Nick Madrigal on deck. Levitt McGee at first, 2 down in the top of the 4th in a tie ball game. Jones checks back over to first, not in time. Levitt McGee. Tall lefty. Not usually a threat to steal, 6'2", 117. Broken bat over to the left side of the infield and scooped up on the fly. Shepler, not usually a third baseman, makes the play there. We end the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits. 1 left on base for the Legends. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Scores tied at 1.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma.
New arm into the game in the bottom of the fourth. Titus Clappin, the new right-handed pitcher for the Legends, 5'7", 180 pounds. The rising senior at Cal State East Bay relieves Vinny Braga after 3 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 run that was earned, a walk, and a strikeout. Facing Gage McCown first off, a breaking ball that finds the plate, 0-1. It'll be McCown, Johnston, and Sebastiani to the plate for the Stompers. Clappin fires. Breaking ball misses, 1-1. McCown, second time up today. First time through, hit a leadoff double and scored the Stompers' only run. The 1-1 misses high. Ball 2 to McCown. Two-way player, also a pitcher. One of 4 that rotates each week as a catcher. Gets the 2-1 from Clappin. Looked at low for a ball. They were a little high on that one. The 2-1 to McCown. Breaking ball in the dirt, and that was ball 4. A 4-pitch walk. Dempsey had a different look than what we had up here in the booth. Brings up Connor Johnston with 1 on, walking up as every Stompers player to some Latin music, Latin Heritage Night here at the ballpark. Johnston gets the pitch and looks at it for a called strike. Really fun to hear. You twist with some unique walk-up songs for a lot of the guys in the order. Johnson swings and misses at the 0-1. Grounded out to third, first time up. Enter today hitting 200. The 2-strike offering. Misses outside, ball 1. Madrigal thought about backpicking McCown at first, but McCown was back in there in no time. Clappin delivers. Hit the other way into shallow left. D'Amelio can't hole it in. It drops in front of him for a single that puts 2 on. Nobody out here in the home half of the 4th. an awkward one that just hung up and dropped at the last moment in front of D'Amelio. Brings up Nick Sebastiani, who singled in the second that scored McCown over at second base. A very similar situation, but this time Sebastiani's showing bunt. Pulls it back and looks at it for a ball. Had a 2-hit day last night. Had a 2-hit day his first appearance against the Legends as well. Both of those have been wins for the Stompers. The 1-0 pulled back the bunt attempt again at 2-0. Clear objective here from Sebastiani. Advanced both runners into scoring position. He's got McCown at second and Johnston at first. Showing bunt again. And lays it down right in front of the pitcher. Scooped up, throw over to first. Not in time, but Sebastiani completes the sacrifice. McCown's 90 feet from scoring, and Johnston advances to second, 1 down in the inning.
Now batting, third baseman number 7, Anthony Scheffler.
2 on for Scheffler. Popped out to the third baseman. First time up today. Trying to drive home his first RBI this summer. Looks at that one outside for a ball. Stompers trying to break the deadlock. 1-0 to Scheffler. Looked at high for ball 2. Clapping behind the count here. He's got 2 in scoring position, but a base open. Hasn't surrendered a run through 2 appearances in the CCL this summer. The 2-0 looked at high, ball 3. Anthony Scheffler as a pitch away from drawing his second walk of the summer and getting the bases loaded for Bryson Ayala with 1 down. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk that loads up the bases. Nowhere to put Bryson Ayala with 1 out. And Nick Madrigal wants a word with his new arm. So far this inning, McCown drew a walk. Johnston hit a bloop single. Nick Sebastiani bunted them over into scoring position. While getting out, Scheffler just drew a 4-pitch walk. Jones getting some, Clapping getting some further encouragement from Wagner, the second baseman. Also, a pitcher for the Legends went last night in Menlo Park's loss. Not a good position to be in if you're Titus Clapping with the bases loaded. Bryson Ayala, slow start to the year, but definitely a dangerous hitter, has a home run this summer. First pitch, looked at over the plate, 0-1. Blake Dempsey called that one to a strike to the disappointment of the Arnold fans. The 0-1. Hit to left, right into the glove of O'Toole for the second out. Ayala barely got the bat to ball to that one. It just hung up, and O'Toole covered enough ground to get there. The Stompers are an out away from leaving the bases loaded. Taylor, the top of the order, to the plate. Singled and grounded out. This is his 3rd time up today. First pitch. Taken inside for a ball. Just a little low as well. Taylor, only 3 RBIs on the year. Mainly been hitting in the leadoff spot. Trying to add number 4 at the very minimum. The 1-0. High and away, ball 2. Has done a solid job at getting on base, though. OBP above 400 this summer. Clappin comes home. Hit to center. Lewis tracking over and hauls it in for out number 3. The Stompers leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th. Still tied at 1 as we head to the top of the 5th.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
Beautiful Saturday night for baseball here at Arnold Field. We head to the top of the fifth. 9-1-2 to the plate here for the Legends. Madrigal, Lewis, and Aikawa facing Justin Jones in his second inning of work. Walked a man, struck out a man in the fourth. No hits allowed. Madrigal drew a hit by pitch first time up. This is his second time facing Sonoma pitching. Swing and a miss, strike one. Madrigal, this is only his third appearance of the summer. First one against the Stompers, and it feels like we see a lot of the Legends. Nick Sanzeri, a big fan of a hockey-style substitution going 9 in, 9 out. The 0-1. Hit foul, 0-2. And he told us again today that he's planning to do the same thing. It's remained to be seen if that's holds up to the case.
Michael in the house, come see me.
Jones ahead here, 0-2. Comes home to Madrigal. Hit to Ayala, high hop, throw across the infield, in time, out number one of the inning. Bryson Ayala with his 6'5" frame used all of it to grab that one out of the air. Brings up the top of the order with one down. Lewis to the plate for the third time today. Has reached both times with a walk and a single. Someone who I imagine he's probably not too pleased with on deck, Michael Aikawa, who's gotten him out both times on a fielder's choice. First pitch, inside, called for a ball. Lewis, at least among the guys in the lineup today, the team leader in hits this season with 6. There's a couple guys in the next lineup. Supposed to be coming in the 6th inning with more hits than him, namely one of the guys replacing him, Mason Griffin, Ryan Duran as well in the 3 spot, as that one was fouled up and away. Counts even at 1. Jones sends it in. High in and out of the glove of McCown, 2-1. A couple of times now this game where we've seen Gage McCown, the catcher, struggling to make to hold on to the pitches tossed at him. I believe we just got a signal like the counts 1 and 2. We'll see on that. I believe it should be called 2-1, but that one hit high. Count doesn't matter at this point when it's hitting to the infield. Key's calling for it and makes the play on the infield grass for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop number 21, Michael Alcala.
Keys used to making plays like that. We usually see him playing in right. Today over at first. One of a couple guys playing positions we don't usually see them. Anthony Shepler, namely at third, usually a first baseman. And now it's the third baseman for the Legends, Michael Aikawa, coming up. Reached both times on a fielder's choice. And Zach Pace coming out of a dugout here. With a word for Jones. Could also making a change. I don't think it would be a change. Jones traditionally a starter, someone that you can go for a while, but Pace maybe just wants a quick word. Settle him, trying to get this 1-2-3 inning. Would be the first time since the first, if Jones can get this out, that Stompers pitching faces the minimum. Has been relying on his infield assistance, a 6-3 ground out. It's a Madrigal, a P3 with Lewis, and now Aikawa comes up to the plate, who's reached on two fielders' choice. The first pitch hit foul towards the Stompers bullpen down the first base line. Aikawa 2 for 16 this summer, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Behind in the count here, 0-1 to Jones. The pitch. High, ball 1. Jones, a bit of a scream there trying to push the velocity on that one. Jones flings it in. Breaking ball. High and in, ball 2. Aikawa at Lewis and Clark. Approaching some records at the school. Most doubles. Most RBIs. Takes that one for a called ball 3. 14th in stolen bases for the team. 13th in walks. Ahead in the count here, 3-1. Does Jones give him something to swing at? No, ball 4. A 2-out walk means that a Legend has reached in every inning of this one. They only have 1 run to show for it. Game's tied at 1 apiece in the top of the 5th. With Ethan Jackson coming up today, he struck out twice this evening. First time facing Jones, who got a struck out in the 4th, searching for number 2. The first pitch, breaking ball, fouled back, 0-1. Jackson has now struck out in half his at-bats this season. 7 of the 14 have ended with him going down swinging or looking. The 0-1 misses. Good location there. McCown thought it should have been called a strike. Quick word with the home plate umpire. Wanted to know when McCown comes back up to hit at some point this ball game. The 1-1. Foul back, 1-2. Got a bit of the home plate umpire, like Dempsey, and McCown's going to have a quick word with Jones on how to get this final strike. Ethan Rowland got Jackson to strike out swinging twice. First time in the first, second time in the third. Jones trying to give him that golden sombrero. Jones's delivery. Hit high to left, but fouling out of play. 87 up and in. and Jackson was too early on it. Another two-strike offering to the DH will have to wait as a check back on first is not on time. Aikawa has some decent speed. Has 23 stolen bases through 3 years at Lewis and Clark, including 10 this past year. He takes off. The 1-2, call the ball. Check over at second in time. Gage McCown guns down his second runner of the ball game to end the top of the fifth. Flash in the arm. As there are no runs, no hits, no one left on base for Menlo Park. We head to the bottom of the fifth, still tied at 1.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. A ton of ice cream and treats available right now behind the home team dugout.
Latin Heritage Night rolls on here at Arnold Field as we enter the bottom of the fifth. Misael Europero, Wesley Bass, and Trent Keese to the plate 2, 3, and 4. Alongside Kieran Costa, I'm Nate Martin. Europero, originally from Venezuela, caught the first pitch this evening from a fan who flew in today from Jalisco, Mexico.
No better way to start with Latin Heritage Night.
Europero hoping to deliver 0 for 2 this evening. First time facing Titus Clappin. The pitch. Showed a bump, pulled it back, looked at for a ball. 1-0. We saw Europero bunt and reach base on it back in last night's game on the first inning. The 1-0. Doesn't show a bunt there. 2-0. Someone with some really good speed. Him and Wesley Bass fighting for the team lead in stolen bases.
Wesley Bass done it in 11 less starts.
Europero ahead here, 2-0. Hits that one to left. D'Amelio tracking back right at the warning track, and he makes the squeeze for the first out of the fifth.
Yeah, I don't know if D'Amelio had a great read on that ball at the bat. He kept on twisting around, looked over his left shoulder, right shoulder, and then finally made the catch away from his body.
We've seen him struggle with some hits out to left a couple times, but has made plays when needed. Someone who flew out to left, Wesley Bass to the plate now, also struck out in the third. 0 for 2 today. Takes that breaking ball for a called strike one over the inner half of the plate. 69 miles an hour from Clappin, coming in at a snail's pace.
It's a good curveball, though. We saw this yesterday. The Legends had a guy throwing a curveball in the high 60s.
Curveball again in the inner half. This one outside. 73 miles an hour, a couple ticks up on that. I mean, yeah, Luke Corcoran, a lefty for them, was throwing 65. It's the 1-1. Bass hits that one softly over to short. Takes a weird hop throw across the infield in time. O'Toole judged it perfectly for the second out of the fifth. One of the issues with the Legends defense really all summer is that they haven't really been charging in on balls hitting the infield. O'Toole did exactly that.
The problem with the Legends defense has been just about everything, Nate. Right? We can take back to that 8th inning last Friday, or 2 Fridays ago now, when they committed 3 errors to allow the Stompers to come back and win.
Trent Keys to the plate, hoping to get a 2-out rally going. Swings and misses at a breaking ball, low in the zone. Rather out of it, really. 1-0. Oh, 0-1, excuse me. Keys had the day off last night. You have to reach today 0 for 2. Takes that one outside for a ball. McCown, the man on deck, if he can get on, will be facing Clappin for the second time. The 1-1 to Keys. Breaking ball hit high to right. Bateman looking up and holes it in for out number 3. Clappin gets the Stompers in order. We head to the top of the 6th, still tied at 1.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers.
Top of the 6th, tied up at 1 here at Arnold Field alongside Kieran Costa. I'm Nate Martin with a new arm into the game for the Stompers. Sam Schnitzer relieves Justin Jones after 2 innings of work. No hits, no runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Schnitzer, the 6'5" righty, heading to San Francisco in the fall. Pitched at the College of Marin in the spring at 19 appearances. 6.33 ERA, primarily out of the pen. Facing a whole new order. Ryan Duran coming in. First pitch. Hit the other way into foul territory. Very shallow. Keys tracking over and holds it in. Catches it right in front of the Stompers dugout for a one-pitch out to start the sixth. It's now Carlos Cruz-Mar. Cruz-Mar, first time up today. 5 for 22 this season, gets the pitch. Looked at for a called strike one. The big thing with Schnitzer is he's got the velocity to compete. It's just a matter of finding the zone.
Schnitzer just has to fill it up. Trust 91, put it in the zone.
The 0-1 misses outside, ball one.
Now batting, number 33, Carlos Cruz-Mar.
The 0-1 to Cruz-Mar in the dirt. Counts now at 2-1, rather. Schnitzer this summer, 5.06 ERA. This is his 5th appearance. Cruz-Mar hits that one over to third, off the glove of the third baseman Shepler, and it bounces into left field. Cruz-Mar holds up at first after Ayala scoops it up. E5 allows Cruz-Mar to get on with one out. Ethan Fillinger to the plate.
Number 28, Ethan Fillinger.
And I think what the issue is with the lineup, we're having a bit of lineup troubles up here. I think the Legends order thinks that Ethan Jackson back in the 5th got called for the strike and it wasn't the runner getting called for caught stealing, and that's why everything's jumped around a little bit.
Well, Nick Sanzeri's making a full 9-man switch, and it doesn't matter what order he switches them as long as Ryan Duran, well, he's the DH. He doesn't have to come out on the field. It's all done correctly. We have to check the defensive alignment, though.
Get that in the bottom of the inning. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Schnitzer ahead here, 0-2 to Fillinger. Ethan Mooser on deck. Schnitzer fires it in. Fastball outer half, ball one. We saw 18 combined runs between these two teams last night. We only have 2 this ball game. Stomps and Legends tied up at 1. The 1-2, runner takes off. Cruz-Mar hit to center field, and Cruz-Mar digs for third. Taylor grabs it up off the ground. It's runners at the corners with 1 out, on and out of a glove of Europero, but he quickly scoops it up. Runners at the corners. Cruz-Mar looked to steal a base there. I don't know if that was a true hit and run or not.
Couldn't really
Regardless, did the job. Cruz-Mar is 90 feet away from giving Menlo Park a lead. Ethan Mooser now to the plate. Mooser hitting from the left-hand side. Gets the pitch. Chops at it. Did he go around? No, he did not. Called out from Kurt Parker. Standing over at short right in front of Bryson Ayala. Schnitzer's going to try and come back on the count here. The delivery. Swing and a miss, strike one. There's a 90 at the top of the zone. And that's what we mean when we say if you can locate your pitches with this velocity in this league, you will compete. Counts back to even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on the corners, 1 out, and a tie ball game. Schnitzer's delivery popped foul, 1-2. Ethan Mooser, 4 for 20 this summer with a home run. Reached on 2 errors last night as a starter with the Legends in the loss to Sonoma. The pitch, runner takes off from first, strike 3. McCown allows Fillinger to take second on a stolen base, but a double play is eliminated with 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Eric Oltmark. Back-to-back lefties in the order. 1 for 3 this summer, made his first appearance last night. West Valley Viking from Corvallis, Oregon originally. Takes that one up and away, ball 1. Two in scoring position for the Legends. Schnitzer unwinds on the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 92 miles an hour.
Good tick up today with the fastball.
It's that velocity that got him to commit San Francisco. Heading to the Dawn to join a few other Stompers. Tino Vassell, who's having the off day, a couple pitchers as well. The 1-1. Hit foul on the left field line and out of play. Legends in the best opportunity that either team has had since runs have scored. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. The pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Sam Schnitzer leaves 2 in scoring position for Menlo Park as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Stompers hoping to capitalize.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. They'll throw home from left and kicks away. Take about Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win. The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Here's something that you don't see every single day. As we head into the bottom of the 6th, my broadcast partner, Kieran Costa, is currently on the field talking with both managers and the home plate umpire, Blake Dempsey, trying to get some clarification on the lineup. We'll see what he has to say when he heads back up to the broadcast booth. But for now, it's the bottom of the 6th. Gage McCown, Connor Johnston, and Nick Sebastiani to the plate. Ball game's tied up at 1. With 9 new defenders. We'll get you those changes in just a moment as Titus Clappen enters his 3rd inning of work. Breaking ball finds the plate, 0-1. From left to right in the outfield, it goes Hogan, Griffin, and Mooser. 3rd to 1st, Kelly, Altmark, Cruzmar, and Fillinger. Will Robbins is the new man calling balls and strikes. Rather, trying to get strikes called. Counts now 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the clarification on the confusion with the order is that they called strike 3 on Ethan Jackson back in the 5th. It's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. McCown goes down swinging for the first time tonight. Titus Clappen's first strikeout of the evening. Brings up Connor Johnston with 1 down. One for 2 today with a single back in the 4th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. That was the first hit allowed by Clappen. He's only allowed 1 more base runner since then. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Fouled back. 0-2. Well, it feels like we've seen a lot of Menlo's strongest arms. Titus Clappen in his first appearance against the Stompers has been really impressive. He comes home with the 0-2. Outside, ball 1. Stands only 5'7". It's been a lot of breaking balls for the Cal State East Bay Pioneer. Time called by Connor Johnston, stepping out, wants to adjust the jersey. Home white looking beautiful as the sun sets here at Arnold Field. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 2. It's Johnson at the plate, 1 down to the inning after the Gage McCown strikeout. Nick Sebastiani on deck. And he'll be coming up here after Clappen gets back-to-back strikeouts. This one on Connor Johnston.
Now batting, designated hitter number 6, Nick Sebastiani.
The designated hitter, Sebastiani, hoping to avoid being the 3rd strikeout in a row. Gets the pitch. Breaking ball again called for a strike 1. If you're a pitcher and you're throwing that many breaking balls, you just must really trust it. Especially on a first pitch and especially when you're getting called strikes. The 0-1. Sebastiani checks the swing on that breaking ball, called strike 2. Clappen's 0-2. Foul back. Sebastiani just got some bats of that one. Has to step back in for the 0-2. Trying to kickstart a 2-out alley and avoid being the 3rd strikeout. Takes that one high for a ball. Good take from Sebastiani. He counts now 1-2. Has gotten on base at a 327 clip. The pitch. Breaking ball. Inside. Sebastiani coming back in the count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on in the home half of the 6th. Clappin fires. Breaking ball. Cold, strike 3. Clappin lets out a yell as he strikes out the side to end the 6th. We head to the 7th inning, still knotted up at 1. Kieran Costa has you for the rest of the game on play-by-play.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
We come back here in the top of the 7th inning, moving right along in a 1-1 ball game. The top of the 7th starts with Will Robbins, and he swings and misses at a high fastball from Schnitzer, who worked himself in and out of trouble in that 6th. An error on Shepler, the third baseman, and then a single had runners 2nd and 3rd. Back-to-back strikeouts of Mooser and Altmark sends up the new 9-hitter Will Robbins, who comes in to replace Nick Madrigal. He'll also be the defensive catcher. Playing in the 7th inning, less than 2 hours after first pitch. 0-2 on the way to Will Robbins. Schnitzer delivers, and this one's hit to left field. Wesley Bass goes over. He's at the track, and he leaps up and can't get it. It's gone. Will Robbins, an opposite field home run. Menlo Park out in front, 2-1. That ball never stopped carrying. Wesley Bass nearly brought one back. The first home run of the season for the Princeton Tiger catcher. Second hit of the summer, a big one.
Number 34, Mason Griffin.
90 miles an hour fastball in the inner third. Robbins got his hands inside it and punched it out to the short porch and left. Called strike 1.
It felt like it was only a matter of time for Menlo Park. They've been getting really close the last few innings and finally got a run on a homer.
0-1 misses low and away. That's a mighty fine swing by Will Robbins. That's a inner third fastball to a lefty, and he hit it out. Granted, it's 310 down the line. That one probably went 312, but they all count the same. Fastball called strike 1 and 2 to Mason Griffin, who comes in to replace Aaron Lewis. leadoff home run here in the visitor 7th. Stompers will need to win it with a late inning rally once more. 1-2 pitch outside, and the count's 2-2.
But the thing is, it definitely feels possible. You don't know how much longer they're going to stretch Titus Clappin, who's been money. And a lot of the times when the Legends have gotten to a new arm, the Stompers have gotten to him in this series.
Nobody up in the bullpen right now for Menlo Park. Schnitzer to Griffin, right on left, the delivery. Struck him out swinging.
But I also forgot it's Nick Sanzeri who could just maybe have
You never know.
Clappin pitch until his arm falls off.
3rd strikeout for Schnitzer, and now it's the 3rd baseman, Ryder Kelly.
Now batting, number 39, Ryder Kelly.
Kelly's hitting .313 for Menlo Park in the limited sample size. Just a high school kid committed to UC Davis. Bounces this one to 3rd and foul. He was having himself quite the BP round today. I was down there talking to Nick Sanzeri during his final round of batting practice. He had a couple over the wall. Kelly and then Duran to follow. No balls and 1 strike. Schnitzer, a tall righty headed to USF, fires home. Misses with that one. The count's 1-1. Close pitch. It'll be Shepler, Ayala, and that, and back to the top for the Stompers in the bottom of this 7th. Schnitzer has to get out of the top of the inning. He misses just outside again, 2-1. It comes in for Michael Aikawa, who hit into 2 fielders' choices, and he also walked and was not thrown out at second because the strikeout happened first. Kelly swings and pops it up. It's on the infield. It's a mile high. Right behind the mound, Bryson Ayala cutting over to the second base side makes the catch. Bryson lost his hat in the process, but tracked that one to the other side of second base to make the play.
It's good to see your shortstop on a ball where all 4 infielders go for it, make the call, and say it's mine. Even if your barrel probably was closer to it off rip, that's good communication from Ayala.
Captain of the infield took charge, and there's 2 away. Ryan Duran swings and misses on the changeup. He's the final pinch hitter here out of the 9 new guys that Nick Sanzeri sent out there. He replaces Ethan Jackson as the DH. 0-1 to Duran, swing and a miss. Another changeup, same result. Duran has 8 hits against Sonoma and just 13 on the season. All 8 of them have been singles. That included 1 last night. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Sam Schnitzer works exclusively from the stretch. Sets just above the belt, delivers home. It's bounced weakly to the third base side. Shepler cuts in front, throws to first, and they're going to call him out. Ryan Duran thinks it hit his foot. So do Nick Sanzeri and Steph Valdez, who are both coming out to argue. Blake Dempsey is going to yell down at Steph Valdez. Steph Valdez is asking to get ejected for the 2nd game in a row. Nick Sanzeri is going to be the one who has the conversation with the home plate umpire. The argument here is that the ball hit off the front foot of the hitter Duran, and the umpires are going to have a meeting about it. Steph Valdez is still talking. Blake Dempsey is going to look him back.
I don't know what Sanzeri's saying in that dugout right now, but I'd imagine as the manager, you should probably, if your third base coach has a history of this, you should probably address it. I don't know if they've addressed it or what, but that's pretty poor form.
The call will stand. Out is Duran. The play went 5-3. The inning is over, but the damage has been done. Will Robbins, an opposite field home run. Menlo Park leads it 2-1. Time to stretch in Sonoma.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Far tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard.
The Sonoma Stompers are grateful to have Bank of Marin as a returning sponsor.
Hey, Stomper!
Third baseman number 7, Anthony Shepler.
Anthony Shepler starts the bottom of the 7th. This team now down by 1, and he takes up and away. Titus Clappin still in this ball game. He loaded the bases with 1 out in the 4th inning, then got 2 line drives to end the inning. That started a string of 8 consecutive Stompers retired. Shepler walked the first trip against Clappin, who drops a curveball into the top of his zone. The count's 1-1. Anthony's popped out to the third baseman and that aforementioned walk. Shepler hits this one to first base. Backhanded, knocked down by Fillinger. He recovers and flips to the bag in time. Nice play by Ethan Fillinger at first base to knock that ball down. A nice job by Titus Clappin to cover. 1 down and 9 consecutive outs by Titus Clappin.
A really nice out. Fillinger, one of the first defensive plays he's had to make, and passed it with flying colors.
He's one of the few right-handed first basemen. Ayala hits this one to shortstop. Easy play for Altmark, slings it to first. 2 down. Ayala gone on just the first pitch. And Chase Taylor has to try and salvage what's been a rough bottom of the 7th so far.
I mean, I know you're missing some serious firepower without Carlson and Vassell in the lineup.
First pitch to Taylor, way outside.
But you have the bases loaded in the 4th. You're going up against a team that's consistently near the bottom, that had at one point a 7-game losing streak to start the season.
Lefty's pitch to Taylor's outside 2-0.
1 run should not be the standard for Zach Pace. This should not be what you should be getting out of this lineup.
Two-0 now to the leadoff man inside. 3 balls and no strikes. I don't even think the Carlson and Vassell being out of the lineup is the problem. The Stompers are unable to get hits with runners in scoring position in any lineup they run out there. It feels like a couple times this year they've just been like 1 hit away from having 2 more wins than they do. 3-0 to Taylor. High ball 4. Chase represents the tying run with Misael Europero coming up. And a trip to the mound.
It's not Mason Hanshaw.
Nope.
I don't think he's getting pulled. I think it's just a word to kind of settle him in.
There's a righty up and throwing, but he has been for a while. And back to the dugout by himself comes the coach. And Misael Europero, who's flown out, grounded out, and flown out again. Digs in from the left side. Taylor walked on 4 pitches. Europero should be hunting something flat and in the zone. No breaking balls. You're going to get a heater at some point in this at-bat. You have to take advantage when you do. Clappin comes home. The pitch is high. Taylor heads towards second. The throw. They got him. Taylor caught stealing. The walk is erased 1 pitch later. Nothing across for Sonoma in the 7th. They trail 2-1 heading to the 8th.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana ice cream and treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma.
Scotty Cotto comes into the game to relieve Sam Schnitzer, who's currently on the hook for the loss. 1 earned on 2 hits with 3 strikeouts over his 2 innings pitched. Cotto making his 4th appearance. He's thrown 5 innings for Sonoma, and he's allowed 6 earned runs. He gave up 5 earned runs over 3 innings against the Seagulls back on June the 6th. He's also given up 1 run against Menlo Park. He threw in slow as well. Cotto Sonoma State to Cal State Monterey Bay. And this one's bounced foul past Steph Valdez in the third base coaching box as he goes to work against Oliver Hogan, who popped up to the first baseman Keys in his first trip off the bench in the 6th.
That inning against Slow was his best of the summer for Scotty Cotto.
Righty works off the first base side of the hill and misses with that one, 2-1.
And it came in his biggest test. It was a 2-run ball game. Zach Pace turned to him, and he went an inning, allowed a hit, but no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Coming back from Tommy John.
2-1. That one's lined into left field, base hit. Leadoff man aboard, it's Oliver Hogan. And now, Carlos Cruz-Mar comes to the plate.
Second baseman number 33.
It's always tough to come back from any injury, but Tommy John, especially as a pitcher, I mean, that's one of the hardest injuries to come back from in sports.
Rehabbed last year at Monterey Bay. This year, he's hoping to find a new home for the season. The former CSMB righty pours one in there at 80 for a called strike 1. Looking to induce a double play on Carlos Cruzmar, who had a ground ball to the third baseman Shepler. It kicked off the heel into the outfield. That was an E5. Schnitzer got out of that jam and then allowed a home run to Robbins. Kruzmar swings over that one. That counts 0-2. Ethan Fillinger, the third man due up in the frame. Runner goes, the pitch, swing and a miss. It's going to kick away from McCown. He tries to run to first, but first base was occupied before the pitch, so there's no drop third strike. The first one for Scotty Cato to second base on a steal is Oliver Hogan. Ethan Fillinger singled in the 6th. He's a righty against the righty Cato. Double play out of order. Run that would cushion the lead out at second. Inside with a cutter. Ethan Mooser in the on-deck circle. Back-to-back Northern Colorado University hitters. Dancing off the bag, the runner at second. The pitch inside again, 2-0, another cutter. Fillinger for Northern Colorado hit just a $197 with 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. That was in 23 games played. Cato's 2-0, high 3-0.
Hogan took a massive lead at second over there. I feel like it's only a matter of time before we see him go to third.
Hogan taking a big secondary, and then just about one more step after that. No secondary here. The 3-0 is low. Small secondary, doesn't matter. Ball 4, first and second, with just 1 out, and Scotty Cato has to hold the deficit here to just a run.
That was a better job by Cato looking back at the runner, but couldn't find the zone there, which is probably just as important on a 3-0.
Ethan Mooser struck out swinging against Sam Schnitzer. Keys plays in front of the runner. The runner goes to third. McCown doesn't make a throw. Second stolen base for Hogan. Nice jump, and McCown made the right read. He popped up ready to throw to second if the trail runner Fillinger had ran. He didn't. Runners at the corners now with 1 out. Cato delivers. Foul back to the screen, 1-1. Not running on that one was Fillinger from first. Mooser in the batter's box, lefty. Now the runner goes. The pitch is high. McCown's going to throw down to second, and they have the runner hung up between first and second, and the run will score. The throw to second out there. It's a successful pickle play to score the run. Fillinger retired 2-6, 3-6 on the caught stealing. From third scores Hogan. It's now a 2-run Menlo Park lead. This one's popped up. Very shallow right center. You're a pair of a second baseman out. He makes the call and the catch. The side is retired. 1 run on 1 hit, a steal of home, and nobody left. Bottom of the 8th inning, the score's 3-1.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
Stompers need a rally in the worst way here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Misael Europero, Wesley Bass, and Trent Keys tasked with trying to start something against Titus Clappin. Europero, a lefty, takes outside, ball 1. There's a righty still up in the Legends bullpen, but no need to go to that pen until something happens. Nothing has yet. The pitch to Europero high, 2-0. He walked Chase Taylor on 4 pitches in the 7th inning, and then his first pitch to Europero was a ball, but Chase Taylor was thrown out at second. So if you track back, that's 7 straight pitches out of the zone. Europero has to key in, and he gets a fastball right at the knees on the inside corner. That's a nice way to fill it up. The count's 2-1. Europero flew out to left. His only go against Clappin. He's behind 0-2. 2-2, beg your pardon. Two balls and 2 strikes. Europero leading off the 8th, and he takes up and away. The count's full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stompers need to get a base runner because that would give them 3 cracks at the tying run. Payoff pitch, Clappin to Europero. Here it is, inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks if you count the end of the 7th, and I wonder how long Titus Clappin is for this ball game with just a 2-run lead.
It's a big difference between a run lead and a 2-run lead.
And there it is. The call to the bullpen for a righty's made with the righty Bass coming up. Breaking the action, pitching change. Runner at first, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. The Stompers trying to battle back. They trail 3-1.
Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners.
Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Diego Menjivar comes out of the bullpen. His first appearance not as a starter this year. He has thrown 5.2 innings over 2 appearances. He's 0-2 with an 11.12 earned run average. He gave up 3 earned runs in 4 innings against Slow and then 4 earned runs in just 1.2 innings against the Crawdads. This is the Stompers' opportunity.
Yeah, and 3 of those 4 runs came across on home runs, Kieran. So the Dads got him going deep. Bass righty, McCown a righty. Short porch and left is screaming out to me.
Wesley Bass a righty. Menjivar comes set and with a semi-slide step delivers high with a slider. Diego, 6 foot 200 pounds from Bradley University. He's a transfer from Ohlone College where he played under Nick Sanzeri. Got knocked around playing in Peoria, Illinois for Bradley. 14 earned runs in 6 innings pitched. He finds the inside corner with a fastball at 85, 1-1. Wesley Bass popped out and struck out against the starter Braga. He grounded out against Clappin. What does he do against the third arm? He sees Diego Menjivar. From first runs Europero, Bass swings and misses, and back to the base goes Misa. Bass needs to shorten up this swing, try and put the ball in play, at the very least move Europero to second. In an ideal world, he represents the tying run. The 1-2 to him, outside and low, nice stop by Robbins, keeps Europero at first. Fillinger holds Europero at first. Cruzmar 1 step towards the bag at second. Plays for 2. Wesley Bass, not an easy guy to double up. The 2-2 pitch from Menjivar. Bass hits it foul hard down the third base line. Bass, 6 strikeouts so far on the summer for Sonoma and 17 at-bats. No action in the bullpen. It's going to be Diego Menjivar's game to finish out, it looks like.
The righty just started tossing, actually, for Menlo.
From first, Europero doesn't go. Bass takes low. Skipped in there on a slider up at 80. It's 3-2.
It's hard to forget Menjivar's last appearance. If you're Menjivar, you're the pitching staff, 3 home runs and an inning and 2/3 is pretty rough.
Game at Walnut Creek. Payoff pitch to Wesley Bass. Menjivar's delivery. Wesley hits it foul again. Doing a great job of at least showing Trent Keys in the on-deck circle as many pitches as he can. Bass, a pseudo leadoff guy, the first hitter against the new arm. Titus Clappin went 4+ innings, 1 hit, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. He's responsible for the runner at first, Europero. Misael not running. The payoff to Bass. Bounced back in front of the plate. Robbins picks it up in fair territory. He throws low, and off the base was Ethan Fillinger. That error is going to be charged to the catcher, Robbins. His throw was low. But I think even Fillinger had enough time to pick that and then make sure his foot was on the bag.
Yeah,
Costly
absolutely.
miscue on Robbins, first and second. Tying run at first, go-ahead run at the plate. High drama in the 8th. Keys 0 for 3, squares the bunt, pulls it back and takes high. Menjivar, frustrated, leapt up and back to the ground after missing his spot.
Some vocal Menlo Park fans saying that was a foul ball. I think if Steph Valdez is not coming out of a dugout screaming, that should tell you all you need to know. It was the correct call.
Looked very similar to the bouncing ball that ended Ethan Jackson's 7th. Keys squares to bunt, and Menjivar wields back towards second base. Nice inside move by Menjivar. Didn't make a throw. Misael Europero at second. He walked. Bass at first. He reached on an error. Keys trying to pull Sonoma at least a little bit closer. Squares to bunt. Pulls it back. It's low, 2-0. And I've mentioned this 2 days in a row. The fact that if you square to bunt early and your body's out in front of the plate, it makes it a lot harder for the pitcher to hit their spot where the catcher's setting up. It's proven true the last 2 days and the first 2 pitches to Keys. Squares around again and bunts it foul. Assumed he'll be squared around again on 2-1.
Everyone in the infield expects it. That's the right thing to do.
Bunting up the third baseline. There's hard to make a play at third, so aiming for a successful sacrifice is the Stompers' batting average leader in Trent Keys. 2-1 pitch from Menjivar. Another turn towards second. Back-to-back inside moves, but nothing doing. Europero not even dancing off the bag or taking a secondary, and the daylight play hasn't been on yet with Altmark, the shortstop. Europero off the bag. Keys pulls it back. It's 3-1. I think the bunt sign's still on.
Yeah,
3-1
absolutely.
for Trent.
It's clearly throwing off Menjivar.
One more wide one loads him up for the Stompers. Keys squared around to bunt, pulls it back inside, ball 4. The bases are loaded with nobody out in the 8th.
That's better than a bunt. That's a whole lot better than a bunt.
Quickly out to the mound. Is that Steph Valdez, the pitching coach? And he's going to look back towards the home plate umpire. I wonder if it's going to be a very, very quick outing. We saw this happen with Tyler Toribio in yesterday's game. He faced just 3 hitters.
I think you
long consultation.
You would have grabbed the ball by now. And I trust in Menjivar with another batter. Trust that you can get McCown out. He's had a really solid day behind the plate so far. Scored the first run after a leadoff double. Walked, made it all the way to third. And the 4th struck out in the 6th.
McCown looking to recreate that gapper in the 2nd. A walk would do the job and pull the Stompers within 1. Fillinger and Kelly in on the grass at 1st and 3rd. McCown takes low outside. Will Robbins saved a run on a slider that drifted into the far batter's box. 3-1, Menlo Park leads it. The Stompers trying to get their 3rd win in a row. This one would have to be in comeback fashion. A stomper from every base. The 1-0 to McCown. He takes a called strike. 87, Menjivar fires it in.
Good location.
Connor Johnston on deck. Stompers need something in this inning. 1-1 to McCown. Swing and a miss. Blows it by him at 85. Fly ball, deep enough, could get the Stompers within 1. A base hit could tie it. The 1-2 to McCown. Foul back to the screen. Right on it, a 3rd consecutive fastball. We'll see if he's used the 3 straight heaters to set up a slider.
Right over the middle of the plate, upper third of his zone high. That's a pitch that McCown might want back.
Nice job to time it up, facing 10 miles per hour faster than the last arm. McCown takes it, did set up the slider. It kicks up the first base line, and no move from Europero at 3rd. Menjivar did a great job to cover the plate. You can't make an out at home in a situation like this, especially with nobody out. Would have had to been a perfect read, and even then it would have been a bang-bang play. Fillinger plays in front of Keys at first. In on the grass at third is Kelly. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch to McCown, high and tight, filler up 3-2. This pitch has to be in the zone. If it's not, it's a 3-2 ball game. Stompers have been giving themselves every opportunity to get back into this ball game in the 8th. Payoff pitch to McCown. Cold strike 3, bottom of the zone. Gage can't believe it. Nice pitch from Menjivar.
It's the right call. It's a great pitch at the bottom of the zone. Menjivar, who struggled to locate against Keys, struggled to locate against Bass as well, finds the zone there when he needed to most.
Johnson, an RBI single to break a deadlock in the 8th inning 2 nights ago against San Francisco. Trying to get his team back in it here. He takes low 1-0. Johnston grounded out to third, single, then struck out. Slightly open stance in the lefty batter's box. Menjivar's 1-0. Johnston hits it in the air down the left field line, foul out of play. Up over the beer garden down the left field line and into a now empty Menlo Park bullpen. Either the arm is ready or it's Menjivar's mess to get out of. Time to go for the Stompers in the 8th. The pitch to Johnston, swing and a miss. Fastball top of the zone. Johnston swung under it. Nick Sebastiani in the on-deck circle. Johnston trying to bring him up in a closer than a 2-run game. 1-2 pitch to CJ. Popped up foul again. Lefty Johnson in the box, righty Sebastiani on deck. Menjivar a righty from the first base side of the hill. Bounce towards second. A high hop for Cruz Mar, who goes to second base to get the out there. RBI for Connor Johnson. The Stompers slice the deficit in half. It's now 3-2. RBI fielder's choice for Johnson.
That's why you practice hitting ground balls, and a really good play by Cruz Mar. Great throw back over to second across his body. This is still a good position for Sonoma. A wild pitch ties the ball game.
A knock from Nick Sebastiani would do the same. Tough start for the year for Sebastiani. He had 2 hits yesterday, a single and a sacrifice bunt today. That was an RBI knock all the way back in the 2nd inning. Menjivar's first pitch to him is popped up. Shallow right, coming on his mooser towards the line, reaches out and makes the catch. The Stompers load the bases with nobody out, and they only get 1. We've got a ball game. Menlo Park 3, Sonoma 2, the 9th inning next.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats to the family. La Michoacana Ice Cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority, and Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams.
Alec Murray comes in to replace Scotty Cato. And the first pitch he delivers is hit high to center field. Chase Taylor going back, still going back, and he makes the catch. Altmark gone on just a pitch. Cato pitched 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He walked a batter and struck out a batter. That brings up Will Robbins, who has the biggest swing of the ballgame so far. He yanked a homer out to left. Murray, 1-1 record, a 2.16 ERA in 8.1 innings pitched, and the first pitch to the second hitter of his 4th appearance is a called strike 1. Robbins and then back to the top in Griffin. Will swings and misses, 0-2. Shepler, Ayala, and Taylor are the 3 due up for the Stompers. We'll see if Zach Pace dips into his bench. The 0-2, Robbins starts and stops. It's 1-2. One-two home. Robbins strikes out swinging. Alec Murray, a strong first 2 hitters after giving up his first run of the season. That was in slow. Miles Mader took him yard. Mason Griffin struck out in the 7th. He hits in the 9th, trying to extend a Legends lead that's just a run. First pitch, slider called strike 1. Murray can tick up in the high 8s, and then the slider there's at 83.
83 as a slider is really, really quick in this league.
Griffin behind 0-1, a left-handed hitter with a slightly open stance. Called strike at the knees, 90 miles an hour, great pitch. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Murray looking to shut down the Legends in the 9th and give the Stomps a chance in the bottom half. 0-2 to Griffin. Checked his swing, no swing on sweeper that time. That one's 77. So there's the big difference between the sweeper and the slider. Could be up to 6 miles an hour. 1-2 pitch. Griffin bounces it foul past first base coach Mason Hanshaw. It was a scheduled off day for Tino Vassell, but that's a guy I'd want to see come off the bench. A Stomper hitter that's come up big so many times already here as we play into the 8th inning of the 15th game of the Sonoma summer. 1-2 pitch from Murray. Struck him out swinging. Fooled him badly on a sweeper, and the inning is over. The Stompers will have a chance in the bottom of the 9th. They trail the Legends by just 1 run. See if Sonoma forces a 10th, wins it in the 9th, or falls to 7 and 8. Bottom of the 9th next on the Stompers Broadcast Network.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers.
Stompers need a little magic on a Saturday night at Arnold Field. I'm Karen Costa, joined by Nate Martin for what is hopefully a fun bottom of the 9th for what's still a packed grandstand here at Arnold. Case DeRomalar off the bench is hit by a pitch. He's fired up, points into the dugout. The Stompers have the tying run at first base with nobody out. And here comes Tino Vassell off the bench.
If they kept Anthony Shepler in as a pinch hitter, that pitch wouldn't hit him. That was on the outer half. Maybe Menlo probably throw something different to a lefty there, but still, that's a big start.
Vassell hitting .289 on the season. 2 home runs, a triple, 4 doubles, and 11 RBI. He's second on the team in the runs batted in category. Vassell in, squares to bunt, and quick feet to get out of the way of that one. The count's 1-0.
2 pitches and Menjivar's been all over the place.
Menjivar allowed just 1 run working out of a bases-loaded jam. Vassell squares the bunt again, and it's a beauty back to Diego Menjivar, who's going to throw to first in time. And the tying runs at second base for the top of the order in Chase Taylor. Successful bunt for Tino Vassell.
Now batting, center fielder number 1, Chase Taylor.
I don't really know how to feel about a bunt in that situation from Tino Vassell. He leads the team in extra base hits. And to have him lay down a bunt as a pinch hitter,
Up and away, 1-0.
I don't really get that. I think he's someone who's come up clutch in these moments before. He tied the game in San Francisco on a triple. He hit a home run to make it a 1-run game against these legends.
I think it was a bunt sign no matter what. He just trusts Tino Vassell more than he trusts Bryson Ayala to get one down. The pitch to Taylor, low, 2-0.
And I think that I agree with that. I think Vassell is shown he's a better bunt layer than Ayala this summer, and profile fits a bit better as well.
I think Zach Pace was always going to show a bunt sign in this spot. He really wants to get that tying run to second. Who's now there? Taylor hits one high in the air to right center. Ethan Mooser comes together with the center fielder Griffin, and it's the right fielder Mooser who makes the catch. Taylor's retired. He's doubled over at first base. So disappointed, and that unproductive out. Misael Uripera represents The last shot for the Stomps.
And that's where you wonder, like, I really trust Vassell in that moment. I think his production this summer speaks for it. Because now you're down to your final out.
And it's the form of Misael Europero who takes outside 1-0. Base hit to the outfield would tie this ball game with 2 away. Stompers trying to avoid dropping back below the 500 mark on a day where the Slow Blues have already lost. The pitch to Europero, fouled at home plate. The Crawdads have come back to take a 9-6 lead over the Merchants. That one still going at the College of Alameda. A 6-run 5th inning and a wild affair in the East Bay. We have drama of our own here in Sonoma. Kays de Rommel are the tying runs at second base with 2 outs. Misael Europero, the second baseman from Venezuela, awaits a 1-1. Misa swings and misses. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Europero, fouled and held onto by Will Robbins. The ball game is over. The Legends steal one from the Stompers by the final score of 3-2. A really, really disappointing ball game for Sonoma on a couple different accounts.
A really disappointing ball game, Karen. One where you left the bases loaded in the 4th, in the 8th. And you had a chance with the leadoff man on, nobody out, and you can only get him to second.
Stompers come up short on a Saturday night by the final score of 3-2. We'll be back with the totals after this.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Friedman's Home Improvement. When something breaks at your house, head on over to Friedman's Home Improvement. Remember, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
At Ricci Vineyards,
Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
3-2, your final from Arnold Field in Sonoma. The Stompers drop to 2-3 against Menlo Park, 2-3 on the week, and 7-8 on the season. Sonoma had their opportunities, Nate, as you mentioned. They loaded the bases in the 4th, couldn't score. They loaded the bases in the 8th and could just get a run, a disappointing 3-2 loss to a 3-9 Menlo Park team.
Yeah, and it felt like an opportunity. You know, that this is always a part of a schedule where you're like, yeah, you trust the Stompers to get back after losing 2 and slow. The whole mindset is to win the week. You got to win tomorrow to win the week. And when you're leaving the bases loaded in the 4th without scoring a runs, when you only score 1 run with the bases loaded, nobody out in the 8th, when you're bringing up, it's a really tough loss for Sonoma. And, you know, a lot of the losses feel the same in terms of just leaving guys on. And
A frustrating one. Case DeRomo was hit by a pitch to start the 9th. He was bunted over by Tino Vassell. Chase Taylor flew out and Europero struck out, which capped off Diego Menjivar's first save of the season. Titus Clappin gets the win to improve to 1-0. Sam Schnitzer, the loss. He gave up a home run to Will Robbins in the 7th. He falls to 1-1 on the season. Ethan Rowland to Justin Jones, Sam Schnitzer, Scotty Cotto, and Alec Murray. They allow just 3 runs. And Vinny Braga to Titus Clappin, and finally Diego Menjivar gets it done for Menlo Park. The Stompers back home tomorrow, Sunday Night Baseball, Father's Day edition of the CCL will pit the Merchants and the Stompers together. That one starts at 6:05. You can join us for the pregame at 5:50. One more time. Clappin over Schnitzer, Menjivar the save. 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Triumphs over 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for Sonoma. The Legends are 3-9. The Stompers fall to 7-8, back below 500. For Lucas Sebastiani on the stats and my broadcast partner, Nate Martin, I'm Kieran Costa saying so long from Sonoma.
Thanks for sharing your evening with us here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. For schedule info and game tickets, go to StompersBaseball.com or catch collegiate baseball at its best right here on our YouTube channel. And always remember, success on the field starts with success in the classroom.